so excited to be here.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. As they say, she needs no intro, right? Well, I think it's like, we don't even need to, this is a good one because I can never remember anything, so it's perfect. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay,
How are
Kelley
you?
Johnson,
Yes.
you are so beautiful. It's
Thank
ridiculous.
you so much. Thank you. Well, I'm so happy to be here.
So happy to have you.
Yeah, I mean, what is a Monday like when you're wearing a crown?
So I love when I get to wear it because we don't always wear it. You know, I think it sometimes can be distracting. So we sometimes leave it at home. But when you have, these kind of fun TV deals and get to come on Good Morning La La Land, it's like the best time where you're like, yay, I can be the
Now,
queen.
if I were at home, I would wake up with that crown on my head. I tell you what, I think I'd want to sleep in it.
I know, that's the truth. And we only have it for a year, so I'm like, any opportunity to wear it. So
What's your reign been like? What have you been up to?
it's been the best. It's been so much fun. Obviously, California is a ginormous state, so I'm all over the place all the time, but it's been a blast. We just went to Miss USA in May, so I competed and was able to get top 10 at Miss USA, so I was really proud. I wanted to do California the right way when we got there, and I don't know, just super busy. I'm also a full-time nurse, and I do a bunch of stuff with nursing, and so my year's just been very, very busy. Very busy. Lots of fun appearances, lots of kiddos, lots of charity work, volunteering. But yeah, busy. Super busy.
Take us to the moment when you won the title.
Oh gosh. So I decided just a few months before Miss California to compete. Oh my gosh, there it is. There it is. I decided just a few months before this all happened because I had a full-time job. I was working and I just thought to myself, there's 100 women, it can't be me. And so, but maybe I'll just give it a shot. It sounds like a really fun time, and then I won. So yeah, really crazy. My family was there, but.
So you didn't expect to win at all?
No, I mean.
A little bit, kind of?
I mean, I have 2 pageant experiences before this, and so I wasn't super experienced, but the only thing I could think of was that I was hoping it would be me. I graduated valedictorian in my university. I was in a full-time career, so I felt like I had that kind of maturity that I think a title holder of this caliber of California needed to have. And then I really wanted it. So I worked really hard on the health and fitness portion and preparing for interview, but I felt like I could be a good role model for little kids and for young women and professional women. And so I was hoping it could be me, but I knew that it would come down to a lot more of substance for me than it could be. I'm not the perfect, evening gown walk or swimsuit. So it would come down to who Kelley really was, and that's what they wanted.
But the title comes with a lot of responsibility.
Definitely. Not only do you have responsibilities to the community, we have actual appearances we make, and going into schools and going into hospitals. But you have a responsibility to the tiny little minds that are watching you that are incredibly impressionable.
So Kelley, I have a question because I think that it's an interesting time in history where we're questioning things like body image and filters, and just there's so much pressure for everybody. And when you're usually, I would imagine in the pageant, you're always putting your best foot forward, and you probably don't talk about some of the real struggles you've gone through.
Sure.
What are some of those struggles you've gone through?
I think just like you said, it's honestly expressing the way that we prepare in a way that's not dangerous for the little girls that are listening. So for me, one of the biggest struggles I find is a little girl that comes up to me, what diet should I be on to be in a pageant? Well, that's, it's tough because you just want to tell them, and that's what I do try to tell them, is that it has nothing to do with that. What they're looking for is a woman that can represent a certain area or a state or the nation. It's not a specific body size. I think that it's just kind of a stigma that we have to break that barrier, but these are really intelligent women, and health and fitness is something that is different for every single person, and it doesn't have to be a certain number or a certain size or a certain even aesthetic look. It's really just what makes you feel great, and we're judged on confidence.
But what have you gone through? What has been some of your struggles like in your life?
Oh, and just overall. So I lost my dad to colon cancer when I was 4 years old. So that was kind of the reason that got me into nursing and propelled me into my career. But I think the way that that's affected me in the future is that I've gone on this public speaking tour because I've wanted to share my love of nursing and kind of what we do in healthcare to prevent these tragedies from happening. I've actually created my own health initiative that's been able to discuss those sorts of things, preventing living well, uncovering disease, and being proactive in your own health, but for those types of reasons. But I don't think it's really affected me as much in pageantry as much as it has in my public speaking and professional life.
Sorry about your dad.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's my biggest one, I think, that has definitely affected me. But I mean, yeah, it's just kind of, it's been able to be this awesome, positive platform. So it's worked out. Yeah.
you're the chief nurse advocate for Wanderley. Tell us a
That's
little
right.
bit about what that means.
Yes, so I'm very lucky. So because I am a registered nurse, I moved out to Los Angeles and found this incredible company called Wanderley, and I'm the chief nurse advocate. So what that means is I get to advocate for all the nurses that are in our travel nursing world. So that's what I do. I'm in travel nursing. So if you don't know what that is, when a hospital has a crisis need, so say it's flu season or something like that, and they really need more nurses, we're obviously in the American, nursing shortage right now. We're that solution. So we're kind of the liaison between travel nursing agencies who usually place travel nurses and the hospitals that need travel nurses. And so, yeah, we're just this incredible technology marketplace platform that's where travel nurses can come and they can compare different pay packages, which are pretty much their contracts, but from different agencies. And that's never been done before. So before you had to go to all these separate agencies and kind of figure out who would offer what for the same position. Now Wanderley has it where you can compare all the pay packages in one place. You can see all the jobs that you want to go to, and you can apply to them with one universal application. Wow. So you don't have to continuously upload all your information. So they're just solving a ton of problems for travel nurses. And so to be able to not only advocate for our profession, but also for our travel nurses at Wanderley is incredible.
Just incredible.
That's my job.
Beautiful, smart, so driven, so
Thank
purpose-driven. What would you say is the most challenging part of your life right now and the most rewarding part of your life right now?
Oh gosh, the most challenging I think is managing everything. So like I said, I do a public speaking tour. I've given over 70 professional keynote speeches to nursing communities across the country. Yeah, so I'm traveling all the time. I'm Miss California, so I'm constantly running around with appearances that are super fun and modeling, and we have all these awesome fun things that we get to do as Miss California and visiting all these kids especially. And then I'm also the chief nurse advocate for Wanderley, and then I run all my own companies on the side.
So you don't sleep.
And
no, I never
you wear the
sleep.
crown. So
I'm just
beautifully.
constantly running around like a crazy person. But yeah, I think that's probably the most challenging is just managing everything and finding the time to do all the things. But I love it. So, and I think the most rewarding is truly being able to represent the state of California. The California competition is the largest pageant in the entire universe. That's how many contestants compete. And to be able to represent California and not being someone who grew up doing this is a true honor. So.
Well,
It's an honor for all of us to have you here.
Well, thank
representing.
you.
Absolutely.
I've been so excited to come and to wear the crown. I think it's my favorite. I'm like kind of
It doesn't matter how it falls on you, it always looks good. So you're good.
congratulations again, and you
Thank
represent
you.
California absolutely splendidly.
Well, thank you. It was an honor to be on your show, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Where can people find you?
Absolutely.
Oh, so all my handles across social media are Real Nurse Kelley, and it's with an EY. Definitely MissCaliforniaUSA.org. You can or .com. Sorry, you can find us there. Wanderley the Wanderley Nurses website is wanderley.us, and Chief Nurse Advocate. You can find all my blogs, all my nursing information there. But yeah, Real Nurse Kelley with an EY.
The Real Nurse Kelley, please stand up.
Yeah, I know. If I stand up right now, I'll be out of frame because I'm 6'2".
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land.